I mean, when you invest in bonds, anything of that nature, there's always that risk that you either gonna come up or you gonna fall.
I'd rather risk me fucking it off than somebody else.
But I think Eric's saying that you have to put in more time and making sure you make the right investments with the right people, and you have to do your research. And job is gonna take away from that time for you not to be able to make the right decisions on the. And I get that, but $1 million to me just ain't gonna do it.
It just ain't enough. That 300 though.
I get what you're saying. I promise I get what you're saying. But you're not. You can't be. You're not being logical enough. Like you're not understanding. If $1 million ain't enough to quit a job where you don't make $1 million, it don't make sense.
I get what you're saying because
you won't make $1 million in your lifetime. For the rest of your life, you still won't make $1 million. But you get $1 million, it don't make sense. It's not enough for you to quit. But you don't make $1 million. You see how that don't make sense to y'all?
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I know you, and you're right.
I get what you're saying,
but I guess mentally, I've already said I'm scared now. Make sure, let's not forget I said that. But to me, the cushion, like you said, that cushion's a motherfucker. I won't be scared with that 300 here.
No, because we still got that safety net.
I get it.
Still got that safety net.
I'm telling you, it's a mind.
And I feel like $1 million, there's not a safety net for me.
You're not supposed to think any other way than what you think. If you worked all, you conditioned to think that way because of what you've been doing your whole life. I'm not saying I'm completely, because I've been a full-fledged entrepreneur for 6 years now. It's certain. I want to learn how to. That's my mindset is already at millionaire status because I already know when I get it. I'm not like that now. I shop at H&M. I'm not wearing no whole lot of Gucci and shit. I bargain shop. I don't spend a whole lot of money. Don't you know I feel guilty sometimes when I go and spend money on myself. Sometimes I think to myself I don't deserve this. And it's my money. I'm paying for it. I promise to God, I will more likely buy something for my mama, my gal.
And that's how I think we feel. Or I know I feel when I don't buy something. And I could have bought. I could have got Mike or someone, or my grandkid or whatever. But that's because you're thinking about family. Then you're not just thinking about yourself. And I understand that. But let's go back to $1 million though. And I think the concept of that is that if I gave you $1 million and you gave me $1 million. More than likely, you're going to do something with that, man, because your entrepreneurship mindset is already on. Yeah, I'm going to make this shit work for me.
Right.
Because that's whereas, like me and Chris, we clock in every day. And I'm not saying nobody's wrong on nothing we're doing, right. But like you said, our mindset is that I'm still knowing that if this million don't work, I still got my job to go back to. And I can't quit my job. You quit my job, you can't come back to it. So I got to know mentally, whatever I get, that motherfucker got to last my ass.
Let me ask you a question.
Damn, they can't come back. Once you quit,
no.
What's the name? One of the guys that I work with.
Quit? No,
he quit. He came back.
Where? Older man.
He quit Old Dominion, came back.
Well, I haven't heard that.
I don't think. No, he not at y'all. He was from Hernando.
I haven't heard that though. But go ahead.
Yeah.
If you would quit your job for $1 million, put in the chat. Hell yeah, we going to the club, we popping bottles. If you would stay at your job,
they can't going back to work next month.
Next week.
Some won't.
But it's the mindset of how we look at it. But yeah, please put in the chat of how you look at that. Would you quit your job for that $1 million? Or would you stay at work and try to get another $1 million or whatever? But just tell us what you do.
No, you can upgrade your life for that $1 million.
The goal is to get another $1 million.
That's the goal.
Mm-hmm.
That's the goal.
Otherwise, you're just sitting on $1 million and you're gonna run it out.
No, I ain't sitting on it. It ain't gonna be $1 million by the time I finish upgrading a few things. But
then it makes you spend it out that money.
No, I ain't spending it. It's there.
Yeah, so
I still got it there while I'm working till I can find out what to do with it the correct way.
But his thing was when will you have time? His thing is when will you have time if you're working a full 12, 8, 9, 10 hour job?
That's why I said till I can figure out what to do with it. So you know what my thing is right now? If I was to come up there and I needed that money or a piece of that money to work for me, I know who the hell to call to do it because he got the time to do it for me.
Now I said that last time and you was like, "Oh, trust
nobody." I ain't. He sure said it.
I said you.
You said, but you said you ain't trust nobody with your money like that.
I said him.
You trust me?
I can't trust you.
You got $1 million.
Okay.
I ain't say I'm giving you the whole million.
Okay.
I didn't say I'm giving you the whole million.
Listen though. Okay, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Let's say you do. Okay, you trust Eric. Okay. Let's say Eric.
He's not getting the whole million.
No, I know. But let's say you gonna give Eric. Let's say Eric, you give Eric a certain amount of money. I say, Eric, I just expect you to, let's flip this money, whatever. Let's say Eric, and he come to you with every idea or the idea he gonna do. You're gonna trust him enough to say, yeah, go ahead and do that, Eric. Let's say Eric lose that money.
Eric owed me 25%.
That's what I'm trying to say. See that, and that's gonna be a major fall now. You have to understand. No, you have to understand that
because
when you
the thing
invest.
about if
It's a good observation. Like that's good because what if I do lose? If I lose the money, you got to understand this. You taking the risk. I'm the one taking the risk.
But he putting it in your hand though. So Chris gonna be more like he gonna fault you, even though you ran every idea cost him. You still losing Chris money, man. That's not your money.
Because at that point, I think he should be in communication with me. Look, this ain't doing that well. We might need to do this. He need to be telling me something as opposed to say, man, shit, we lost all that. Nigga, I gave you 50,000.
I swear, I don't think it'd be a smart thing.
Well, if we,
you know what I'm saying?
whatever we're gonna do, we're gonna put it on paper anyway.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So
well, you got to be smart enough to put it on paper. If you don't put it on paper, I can say anything.
No.
I ain't gonna tell you the legal way to do it.
Yeah.
You have to figure that out.
I know the legal
because I don't
way
want
to
to
do
get
it.
sued.
Yeah, but okay. So
Just make sure we got good business. I would do it now, and I wouldn't do nothing that I don't feel like is going. Because at the end of the day, you give me a certain amount of money, I'm gonna make sure, because this is probably the rest of the money you're gonna have unless you re-up. You don't understand what's going on, so you 100% trust me.
Yeah.
I gotta make this work.
See, because at that moment, I'm making my money back, and he making his money.
Yeah. I know the profit. I know the upside.
That's the goal. So we can keep making money.
Yes, that's the upside.
But I would expect him to let me know in case if it ain't working over a certain amount of periods. Like, look, dude, this ain't going the way we projected it. We might need to do it a different kind of way.
See,
I can respect that.
You're saying most people don't that's understood. It's understood. Because when you give me money to invest in something for us to both make money, we're now business partners. That's what we are.
Yeah.
So we're doing business. Literally, you will know everything that's going on, unless you got a nigga that's janky. Most people give people money that they don't know. He sounds so good. Preachers.
But that's what he was saying when we first told this shit months ago. He don't trust somebody.
But that's all a part of being around people, getting to know them. That's what I mean by networking. You start to trust people that are in that field.
Damn,
but the people around you definitely can't trust them if you don't personally know nobody that do business other than me. I'm still gonna point you to somebody else because I'm still like the $1 million idea. I gotta go find somebody that got $1 million. It ain't me. I'm finna get somebody to counsel me so we can make. I got people that would do that for me, knowing that they just want to see me win. They don't want to get paid nothing.
And you see that's what I be talking about. There's too many motherfuckers touching my money.
Yeah, I ain't gotta pay him nothing because I gotta pay him about your money. I ain't gonna pay him nothing. We didn't agree to that, but I'm finna go get the knowledge from somewhere. That's all. Or I'm finna say, hey man, I need what areas what you should. I want to get 3 properties for this price. What's the best areas of where they'll sell the fastest? Give me a time frame, and we base our contract off of that. So if he say, well, you can sell this one for sure. If you got this amount of money cash, this one is sell in 2 months. All right, let's do a 3-month contract. I'm gonna make this amount of money in 3 months. I'm gonna hit you back with this. And it's just all we doing, and we keep on doing it over and over again.
That sound like an interest flip.
Everything is an interest flip. You got to make your money back plus interest.
Because if I give you profit, I need 150 back.
If we agree to that, yeah. That's probably a low ball. You probably low ball yourself. That's what I'm saying. You don't even.
I'm just throwing a number out there.
That's what I'm saying. You got to know.
Because I'm quite sure ain't nobody gonna get no $1 on $1, 100%. Because if I say give you 100, so I need 200, you ain't gonna agree to that.
Nah.
Unless you know you finna make way above.
I'm not gonna charge you 100% interest.
So I'm saying that was just 50 what I said. So 50 is a.
Well, no, 50 is fucking crazy. If you.
So it's probably looking around that damn 20.
If you go to a car lot and buy a car, if you got bad credit, they're gonna hit you with about a 25%.
23, 25, yeah.
Yeah. So if we
ain't buying cars, we buying motherfucking $500,000 house.
But your first time getting a loan somewhere, it's almost like you going in with bad credit, even though you got good credit, because that's your first time doing business. They want to say
I ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm just talking about my return.
What I'm saying is, if you knew what you was doing, because it's our first time doing it, you would probably hit me kind of hard.
But okay, with that
and
concept,
you talking about the trust factor?
With that concept, if you knowing that that'll happen because it's up under him and it's his first time, but you've already, let's say you've already done this, wouldn't you just make the contract between you and him, understand it, but you want the banker know that it'll just be Eric? to lower the interest. Would that be a smart thing to do?
We're not talking. We're talking about interest on real money.
Okay.
He determined the interest.
Yeah, because
it's his money.
I'm giving him the money.
Okay,
So,
all right.
So if he give me 100,000, I got to give him 10% back.
Okay.
So I got to give him the 100 plus another 10,000.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's whatever he is. So what I'm saying is, if he say 100%, that means I got to give him $200 back. It ain't work. I ain't gonna make no money.
No.
It ain't a good deal.
Hell no. Okay.
so
No.
that's what I was saying. So it's like that. But like I said, once we get to know each other, and then I done got all my 100 back plus some.
We just do it.
We can do this shit together. Then.
It ain't for one time. That's what I'm saying.
You
$1
see?
you got $1 million you can keep on.
That's
flipping
what I'm
that money.
saying.
It ain't about one time. So
That's why I said you had that money,
but you got to quit your job.
I ain't
That's
quitting
what I'm
shit.
saying.